All glory and honor to Jesus, the one and only. He deserves it. Amen. When we open up our Bibles to Genesis chapter 37, we read of a young man named Joseph. He's barely 17 years old. It says that Genesis 37 verse 2, Joseph being 17 years old was pasturing the flock with his brothers. He was barely 17 years old and he begins to get a dream. God speaks to him in that dream of how he's going to be great and his brothers are going to bow down before him. But the very next thing that we see is he is now in a phase of silence. That is, God is no more speaking to Joseph. On the contrary, there are events happening in Joseph's life that seem far away from the dream that he had. But do you know, those years of silence, God was working behind the scene in the life of Joseph every step of the way to lift him up. When we open to Genesis chapter 41, we read in verse 46, it says, Joseph was 30 years old when he entered the service of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. He was 30 years old when he became second in command. There was 13 years of silence, 13 years of going through a process. God was working behind the scenes. He could see nothing. But in due time, God did fulfill what he had spoken. I want to encourage you who's watching right now. Maybe you're going through your phase of silence where God is not speaking to you. God has given you a word, God has given you a promise, and you're in that phase where you're going through a process. Just as Joseph, he went through the pit, he went through the prison, he was forgotten. Maybe you are going through your own difficult phase right now, but I want to remind you that the word and promise that God has spoken, though you cannot see it or feel it right now, maybe you're feeling that silence from God, but I want to tell you, in due time, he's going to bring it to pass. Joseph did experience it. You too will experience it. You will see God bring it to pass. Till you see that phase, what you need to do is continue doing good to others. Joseph, wherever he was placed, he did good. In Potiphar's house, he did good. He stood up for what was right in Potiphar's house. Wrong was done to him and he was put in prison, yet he did good even in prison. So wherever you are placed, when you are going through this process where you can't hear God speak to you, but you have a word from him, keep doing good. Keep doing good that God approves of. And in due time you will see God will surely promote you. He will surely lift you up. God bless you.